Goes to the top of the tile and Sheets with a 20.2. Rape up there at a 20.5. Not a bad lap for the Force India driver who has really struggled this year.
So, for some reason, the invite's not going through here. Everyone getting involved in this section. Did you take it away from here while we get this sorted out?
Alright, Adam's got to go sort out his Xbox, making sure it's all working well. Try to find somebody to go on board with here who is on a flyer. Base Stace is on a good lap here in the Renault. He's going to be coming up to the line here. Let's see if he can. Yes, he does. 19.6. Not a bad lap for the Renault driver. Ooh, Whippy Winner goes very wide right there. That ruins any chance of a possible good lap here. Let's try to find another driver to go on board with. I'm trying to do all this while making sure the Facebook information all goes up there. Let's go on board with Mullet Man. He's very optimistic heading into this race, looking for a good points haul for the Red Bull camp. They're mired down a little bit in the constructors. But can certainly do some damage here today with a double points finish possible.
Still waiting to get in here. However, I am very much looking forward to seeing the battle between SingScar and Mr. Beef Baby. It has been absolutely intense these first couple of races. I know SingScar is going to want to have the best race possible after missing Baku last week, but I'm very excited to see what these guys do here.
Definitely should be a great race. And for some reason, Henchman has still not been able to get in here. JK Phantom on a lap here. He was very quick in practice as well. He is on the soft compound tire. A few drivers possibly doing the two-stop here today. Might be just a banker lap. He might go onto the hards a little bit later, but as of right now, he is on the softs. Got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Shouldn't hinder him too much, but let's see how good the lap is. He was very good in practice. If he can back it up here today with a solid lap, he'll come around the final corner in the Renault. What will it be running up to the line? P3. Good lap for the Renault. It won't let me get him in here.
I also can't get into the lobby either.
And Adam can't. Let me try again. Yeah, it's on invite only. Alright. Now I'm talking to his son right now.
Well, if you could you invite SingScar to the party and then he will send me an invite? I actually don't have it on my list.
Let's get SingScar in here. Apologies, this is some technical difficulties here.
Thanks, Codemasters, on your brilliant servers.
Let's go to Race Director so I can click on SingScar.
Oh, just got an invite from Mitch.
There we go. Now
Session
needs an invite.
Haha.
So, can you try to get Henchman in there, Adam? Because he has not been able to so far.
Let's see what we can do here.
Henchman has joined. There we go. We're all
perfect. Good to go.
Henchman will be able to get in his car, but Adam, I've been trying the past few minutes to get to the Facebook, so if you can take it away from me, please.
Yeah, no, I got you covered. About to be back in here. So 8 minutes left here in qualifying. Still a lot of time left for these drivers to go and put something in. Couple drivers out on the couple guys on the softs, couple guys on the hards. See here, so we got Whiffy Weiner currently on his outlap. He's on the hard compound tires and the Haas. Ring Wraith moves into P7 with a 120.2 on the medium compound tires. We've got Pogs. He had to set a lap. He is on his outlap on the medium compound of tires. See what he's going to be able to do here. Around Beef Baby currently sitting on provisional pole. Pretty nice lap from him with a 118.876. Yellow sector 1. Looks like drivers just moving out of the way. Cleared up for now. Cetus on an outlap here. DRS wide open down the straight. Starts his lap. Soft compound of tires in the Renault. Currently sitting P4 right behind P3 GK Phantom. Very, very close. 7/100 between the two of them. Seven minutes remaining here. A little bit wide through there, not as clean as he's going to want from there to hold the throttle. Keep the maximum speed through that corner. Pretty tidy throughout the rest of here. DRS is open here, pushing as hard as he can, coming up towards the end of Sector 2. 5/10 up on his previous best set of laps. So not going to be able to improve for him. SingScar actually gets moved down to P3 with BRL Blue Flag, putting in a 118.9 on the soft compound tires. Good lap from him. Beef Baby put his lap into the medium, so really, really good time. SingScar setting his time on the hard. So we are going to have an all-out battle in the final couple of minutes of qualifying. See who's going to put their car as far up on the grid as possible. Ring Wraith has retired from the session. Not sure if that's due to just a regular retirement or if he has wrecked out. Check the race director here. And Ring Wraith has indeed received terminal damage. So Ring Wraith's out of qualifying in the Racing Point. Currently sitting P8. We'll see what that time will hold for him. 120.267. All these drivers looking pretty close here. Pogs coming up towards the end of Sector 3 on those medium tires. We're going to see what time he will put in. DRS open. Pogs goes P10, 120.579. Medium compound of tires. We got Whiffy Weiner also on his outlap currently. A couple of other guys. Let's check here. Slingshot, Mercedes on the soft compound of tires. Approaches the start-finish straight. He gets his lap. Gonna look to want to improve on his time. Currently P14 with a 121.752. Four and a half minutes remaining here in quali. Our top three all currently in the pits. Vicitas improves his time by 119.499, keeps him P4. Gives him a little bit of breathing room from his teammate, GK Phantom. So currently a really nice result from the Renaults. Looking pretty strong here in Catalunya. Mitch and Whiffy Weiner on an outlap. Whiffy Weiner begins his lap on those mediums. Like me or not, on his outlap as well. Pogs coming up towards near the end of Sector 3. Down here, downhill, little corkscrew left, right. He's into the pits. So he's not going to set a time. Cheesy Train, currently P9. On board with Vicitas currently. The end of Sector 2, it's going to be 3 seconds up from his previous time. Must have made a mistake previously in the lap. Not going to be able to improve. See what his teammate can do currently on his outlap still. On board with Whiffy Weiner. Whiffy Winner, apologies. Going having a little issues there in Sector 1. The soft compound of tires. And his fastest lap on the mediums, currently sitting P6. We have 3 minutes remaining. Slingshot has improved on his time through Sector 2. At the end of Sector 1, apologies, 2.5 tenths up on those soft compounded tires, so he's going to want to keep pushing, improve that lap as much as he can. Around here, end of sector 2 for Slingshot, about only a 10th down. Looks to be just chilling throughout the rest of the lap. No ERS, so he's saving up. Might be going for another lap on those soft compounded tires. Little bit risky with the tire wear, especially at the start if he sets that fastest lap, which at this point I don't know if we'll be able to set another lap. We've got a yellow sector 2. Not sure what's going on. Looks to be a driver just getting out of the way. Slingshot has dipped into the pits, 2 minutes remaining, so he's going to need to get in and out if he wants to set another lap. We've got blue flag on the out on the soft tires. On his outlap, currently Singscar leaving the pits. Ferrari's 2-3. Mr. Beef Baby still in the pits. GK Phantom down about 0.16 through the first sector. Looking to catch his teammate, jump him to get P4, possibly get P3 if he can put in a really solid lap here. A little inside on that turn. Oh, he's abandoned the lap. Turned off ERS. He's got a minute and a half left. Let's see what he's got planned here. Yellow sector 1, driver's getting out the way, I believe. Beefy, he's still in the pits. I don't think at this point he's got enough time to get another lap in if he wanted to. It looks like Beefy might be banking on a 118.8 on the mediums. I think it might be what he's most comfortable on. He might be going for the one-stop strategy. Blue flag on his outlap crosses the start-finish straight. Currently P2. Singscar on his outlap as well. Soft compound tires. We've got 1 minute remaining here in qualifying. SF1 Roads has retired from the session. Not sure if that was due to an incident or what. Slingshot has retired from the session. A lot of guys kind of dropping out here now. A couple yellow flags, local sector 3. Race directors, had any more incidents? No, just a couple more retirements. So we're going to see here. Singscar will have more than enough time to get another lap here. 30 seconds remain in qualifying. Facetas, I don't believe, no, Facetas is on his outlap. He's just now approaching the end of sector 1, so he's not going to have enough time to set another lap here. Singscar crosses the line. Looking here, Mitch is going to have to push extremely hard if he wants to make it. Not looking like it'll be possible. Rounding out the beginning of sector 3, only 10 seconds remaining. Cheesy Train on the medium compounded tires. On his lap already. Pogs on his lap. Mullet Man on his. We're gonna see where blue flag comes out here a little bit wide. Might have just invalidated right there. Have to look and see. DRS wide open. And he's not gonna improve his lap with the 118.9 for BRL blue flag. Singscar is the only one that can take away pole from Mr. Beef Baby, setting his lap on the medium compound tires.
Oh, Singscar, he got in a little bit in the grass. He got in the grass a little bit though. That's gonna hinder his lap.
He is down 2/10 through the end of sector 1, though. So we'll see how he recovers there. A little bit wide through the uphill right. A very tough corner here in this game. At the end of sector 2, he's down 4.5 tenths. So he is looking really, really solid right now in those mediums.
He's on pace. If he can get about a tenth here through the final sector, he can really pull out this lap here. As Cheesy jumps up the P2 on the mediums.
It's on the throttle, has to take the MotoGP line. Oh, Singscar was looking like he might have been able to take a shot at pole. It's looking like it's going to be P4 for him. Definitely not the result that he wanted.
But the main thing is he didn't crash the car. He's still going to be, he could have had a shot at the front row, but he didn't crash the car. That's the main thing. Yeah,
good recovery there. This is a tough track for traction. Just seems to be real slick no matter what compound you're on. And it looks like that is going to be our final grid classification. Mr. Beef Baby takes pole position in Catalunya with a 118.876. Cheesy Train also jumped into P2. Cheesy Train with a 118.891. Don't know how I missed that. So a stellar lap from the Alfa Romeo.
On the mediums, that's a very good lap.
Interesting enough.
And I'd say Singscar's on the mediums as well. I believe.
P4 for Singscar. It's a second row. It's a second row lockout for the Ferrari team. We'll see what happens here during the race. If the telemetry was correct, I think Singscar is actually starting on the hard compounded tires from P4.
Wow.
So he's a solid lap. A pretty unbelievable lap for the hard compound tires. So it's going to be really interesting how the start goes. Yeah, the Renault's looking really, really nice as well. P5,
they
P6.
Locked up in third row. Phantom, he ran with us last season. He's running full time now this season. How about Facetas? He's a guy you normally see on the fringe of points, but see him up there in the top 5. That's a good lap for that driver.
That's a fantastic lap for him. I know Phantom's got some excellent pace after watching him last season. Facetas, yeah, P5. I want to say that's his best qualifying result that I've seen personally, or that I can recall. So really, really solid from him. Whiffy winner, P7 in the Haas. Mitch, P8. Ring Wraith, P9. SF1 Rose round out the top 10. Looking throughout the rest of
the blanket over the top of that field. You got the first 3 guys within a tenth. The first 5 or 6 guys within just a few tenths. And first through 12th is only separated by a second and a half. That's pretty close with a mixture of guys on the softs and the medium tires.
These guys have some serious pace, that is for sure. So it's going to be a really interesting race. The strategy, as always, playing a huge part on how the race will pan out. So really looking forward to see the 1-stop, 2-stop. Singsgaard's going to be the driver for me to watch. One of those hard compound tires from the start. He's definitely going to struggle. Going to want to watch out for the Renaults on the attack into turn 1. That long straight is going to be brutal on the hards. But if he can get a really nice start and a little bit of defense going, it should be really, really exciting.
Absolutely. I'm going to watch for Cheesy. He, in my book, was the fastest guy on the mediums, and I looked at him at practice. He definitely had a set focus in his head that I think he was determined to do the 1-stop. And I honestly think if he can pull together a good lap, he can have a shot at this, not a good race, not a good lap. He can pull together a win here today.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I know BPB is no easy person to get past. However, it's going to be a fight at the front, and then with Singsgaard on the alternate strategy towards the middle towards the end of the race, could be a 3-way battle for the win. And I, for one, am extremely excited about it.
And I think we're just waiting on Etsy. For some reason, my clock has stopped.
So is mine. I'm actually currently just sitting in the short qualifying results board. Nothing has advanced yet.
Etsy and Methods both had quality bans, so Etsy has not retired from the session yet. Pinchman, unfortunately, he didn't make a lap. Oh, Methods left the session for some reason. And my clock is still stopped. I am not sure. There we go. We might have to get Methods back in here. Adam, can you actually send me an invite back? Because I'm seeing people on their outlaps, but my clock is still stopped.
Yes, I've got you covered. Again. Your setups look good, putting fuel in the car, so taking some out possibly. So like we were talking about before, the strategy here plays a huge part between the 1 and the 2-stop. From the tire wear, if you're doing the 2-stop, you got to be fast on the soft. So a lot of guys, especially both Renaults on the soft compound tires, are going to want to definitely put in the laps while those tires are so fresh. Meanwhile,
absolutely, you got to run pretty much quality laps. For the stints you'll do on the softs. If you're going to do a 2-stop, the smart way to do it, start on the softs, obviously, go the mediums and run that out for the middle portion of your race, and that way at the end you can have a really good, pace on the softs again.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how that kind of plays out. I missed the race on Friday, so I didn't get a chance to really see what the strategy looked like for our top couple of guys. So it should be
and who knows, we could have a soft runner possibly do what Chandler did the other night and stretch out them softs as long as they can dare. That way they can chuck on the hards till the end.
Yeah, that could be really interesting to see. I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out.
I'm loading back into the game. I'm sure we'll get Methods back in here shortly. I believe everybody's on their on the warm-up lap. Is that correct, Adam?
I do believe we've currently about 20 seconds left to the beginning of the formation lap.
All right, as I'm just now getting back in here, we apologize for the delays. Codemasters are delivering such great service for us that we have these types of problems. So thank you, Codemasters, for your continuous ignorance is a good word to put it.
We are indeed on the formation lap here.
There we go. Lovely.
All the drivers leaving the grid, looking pretty nice and solid. We're going to see if hopefully this week we can have no retirements in the formation lap. All these guys going to have nice warm tires for the start. Looking pretty good here. Slingshot chilling on the grid.
I'm looking to see through the field. Is Methods in here or not?
It does not look like it. Zegs is here, Henchman's here. Slingshot's just chilling on the formation lap, and Methods is showing it whenever you go to spectate over him. He's still in the garage.
Alright, we're getting word that Methods cannot get in his car or something. Won't let him get in the lobby.
Well, that's not ever what you want to see.
It's not letting him retake control of the car. So,
that's odd.
I don't believe the rule is one person. I believe it has to be majority, correct? For us to have a restart.
Drivers coming up through Sector 3 now.
We're going to see if it will let Methods take control of the car, because I do not believe we can't restart for just one person, unfortunately. I believe it has to be multiple people for us to be able to. We will see if he is able to have control.
Maybe it could be a formation lap thing, but we'll see. The back of the grid is forming up, but we are ready for the start here in Spain.
Back of the grid getting lined up, and we see the leader, Cheesy, get ready for 5 red lights here for Spain. Round 5, BRL split 2, waiting for the lights to go out. It's lights out, and away they go. Beef Baby gets a pretty good start. Ring Rate gets a drive through.
Oh, Cheesy Train with a flyer. Cheesy Train P1.
Cheesy up the inside. The Ferrari turns it up the inside. That's blue flag. He backs out.
Oh, contact with the Renaults. One of the Renaults is spinning.
The
That's Phantom. Phantom's gone off. The Cetus has gone off. Contact there. Oh, the Renaults running into each other. They're spinning all over the place. Oh, my goodness. Absolute chaos at the beginning. Another Red Bull in the back. Wings flying everywhere. Oh, my goodness. SF1 roads.
That all started when Saint Scar tried to dive it up the inside of his teammate. That caused a bit of a log jam. Oh, that's off. Hinchman is off in the gravel.
Oh, the Renault starting on the third row of the grid. Now currently P13 and P15. Absolute nightmare of the start. Mr. Beefbaby's retaken first place. Getting ahead of Cheesy Train. Blue flag P3. Whiffy Winner P4. P5 for 6 on the hards. Oh my goodness, a little wide there. Yellow sector 2.
And it all started when Saint Scar tried to take a little bit of a cheeky look up the inside of his team. That caused a little bit of a log jam. The Renault got to the side of the Ferrari, and then there's just more carnage where guys that just know where to go.
Yeah, that was really, really tough. Saint Scar, I know, wanted to push on those hards, but I don't know, but just diving up the inside on a much harder compounded tire might not have been the smartest thing. It was the Renaults that paid for it.
Saint Scar and Pogs, make that Saint Scar in P4 now. He is on the hards, and Pogs in P5 is on the hards. Wow. We might see a pass to P4 here. Pogs is getting ever closer to Saint Scar. Will he go up the inside? No, he will not. We see a little bit of a tussle. Now look at that Slingshot, who started 14th on the grid, is now up to 6th.
Yeah, when all that carnage at the start, man, that was absolutely insane. You got a feel for the Renaults. P11 and P15 after starting P5, P6. That's just brutal.
They had such a great, start there, and then everything just kind of bottlenecked into that corner. It's a very tight corner where a lot of stuff can happen. And now you see Ezio put some pressure onto his teammate.
Hogs a little loose on that uphill right, loses some time to Saint Scar.
Oh, it is going to be an absolute tussle to see who gets the final points. So you got Etsy in 8th, Mitch in 9th, Mulletman 10th. All these guys so close in the mid-pack. Anybody can, get up there in that top 10, and it's so
Yellow sector
difficult.
2. Whiffy winner retires.
Has retired.
He's crashed out.
Oh, he crashed.
He's out of this race. That's one of the really tough corners on this track that can definitely bite you, and unfortunately for him, he is out of this race.
That's it. He's got a bit of slipstream, a bit of DRS to use on his teammate. Does he have anything for his fellow teammate heading into turn 1? No, he does not. But Slingshot holding his own up there in P6. Himself along with Pogs and Ezia just doing a very good job of minding their manners and getting through all the carnage, for the first 2 corners.
Yeah, it's absolute chaos, man. The starts are always so hectic in these races, but that was pretty unreal. SF E15. Here, Flag is actually losing a little bit of time to GZ train. He's on those soft compound tires. He needs to make the most of it while he can.
And you can already start to see Blue Flag struggling on them tires. You got to be quick to be able to do the 2-stop. I just don't think Blue Flag has the pace around here. He's a solid top 5 driver, but just based off of practice sessions, he just does not have the pace to keep on it for the 2-stop here. His only shot is going to be going, soft to hards, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's tough whenever you're pushing and you're killing those tires. You got to be careful of the other drivers around. It can become very difficult, very fast. And he does have DRS still on Cheesy Train.
And it's so hard to keep your temperatures in check at a place like this.
Oh, keep your eyes on Like Me or Not. P7 gets the move up the Mercedes. P6, Exia on the move as well, a little bit far back. Like Me or Not, that moves into P6. Eye set on Pogs. Both drivers on the hard compounded tires. Exia right on the back door, Slingshot. Both of those drivers on the medium compound tires coming up on the uphill right. Especially in the dirty air.
Ooh.
Really, really tight here.
Let's see, have a look. Ooh, he took a peek.
Flag now about 5/10 behind Cheesy Train.
Got a bit of a truly train for him.
Oh, a little wide there for Slingshot. Exit really keeping the pressure on. When you have a driver on your mirrors like that, it can be very, very easy to make a mistake. Start feeling that pressure of the driver behind you. Mitch all over the back of Facetus as well.
It is very difficult, especially when you've got a driver hounding you like this. Because he'll really take a peek up the inside. He'll show his nose. Slingshot will defend nicely because you're just now starting to get into a rhythm right now at this point in the race. You're trying to hit your marks, focus on your race ahead, but it's kind of hard to do that when you got somebody breathing down your neck here. Slingshot just got to mind his manners right here, and if Etsy is quicker than him, just let him by because it's all about maximizing your race.
Ooh, Singscar just put in the fastest lap on the hards at 1:22.8. He's definitely got the pace. We're going to be on board here with the exit. He's all over the back of the Mercedes. Gets the DRS. Mercedes does not. Going to be an easy pass for him on the straight.
Oh, as Lightman gets around Pogs in turn 1 as well. A double overtake for the Toro Rossos.
P5 looking really, really solid for him.
Methods has left the session. Unfortunately, he was... Mitch. What's happened to Mitch? He's in the pits for a wing change. Is he going to try to take those hards to the end?
That would be a very tall order. However, after Exit made the move on the straight, Slingshot got back past him, so he's now back into P8. Slingshot P7, like we're not P5, looking on board with Blue Flag, still has that DRS, really pushing on the ERS, though, only about 15% right now. So he's been pushing, and that's going to be hard on the rear tires, and being not able to catch him at the moment, so definitely going to be struggling.
But Luke is closing in behind him. Singstar has gained a second in the past 2 laps, and he's on the hard compound tires. So, Cheesy and Beef Baby, they're going to have to put a move on it here because Singstar is, we get, 8, 9, 10 laps into this run, them hard tires are just going to keep on getting better and better.
Yeah, exactly. On lap 6 now, he sits another fastest lap, 1:28.27. He's looking really, really nice on those hards. I'm on Beef Baby, and I'm Cheesy Train. I'm kind of getting a little nervous about the Ferrari driver.
And I tell you, Beef Baby's, his biggest fan right now is Cheesy Train because he's just praying Cheesy Train can hold up Blue Flag and Singstar as long as they can because Beef Baby's trying to close in on the points battle. He closed the gap to 13 points heading into this race on Singstar. He's definitely going to want to try to stay ahead of Singstar after this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheesy Train falling back a little bit on Mr. Beef, maybe about 2 seconds in front currently. SingScar 1.2 behind Blue Flag. Will have the DRS here shortly. It keeps on at this pace. Blue Flag's going to be dropping back a little more and more on this as those soft tires kind of degrade. We'll have DRS here, so that's definitely going to help him out. Exia is still P8. We're going to see if he can get the move done this DRS straight.
He's still trying to work over Slingshot, but just can't get the move done. It's like we talked about in the beginning before the race started. We've noticed with the setups around here, you've got to run such high wings that the only spot you can really overtake is down the front straightaway. So it's, you know, it's kind of, you lose a lot of time being mired behind somebody if they're a little bit slower than you, where you can't really pass them at any point of the track, except for the straightaway.
Another fastest lap for SingScar. Really, Blue Flag gets into the pits, so SingScar up into the podium positions. Yellow sector 1, what's going on there? Oh, it's a Henchman has gone off. Henchman is now being lapped by the leaders. Mercedes currently P15, not what he wanted to see.
After a phenomenal P4 last week, disappointment here today is everybody looks like he had a gap between him and Lightning, so.
SingScar's closing in, currently 1.2 behind Cheesy Train, so now he's going to start to feel that pressure. Slingshot has been passed by Exit, missed that, I guess on the straight exit, now moves to P6. Slingshot to P7, so he's going to be wanting to push to make the bank pass on the main straight. Exit has moved up 10 positions since the start of this race, so pretty fantastic stuff from him.
And remember, he did have a quali ban, so we weren't really able to see what kind of potential he had for this race. But at the moment, it's looking he could possibly get a top 7, top 8 here today. That'd be another good result for the Toro Rosso driver, just plugging in results. As he takes a look on Pogs, not quite close enough. He'll have a shot maybe down the front straightaway. As we're looking at SingScar, he's getting ever closer to Cheesy. And if you're Beef Baby right now, you're just trying to put as much as a gap, seeing SingScar get this close to Cheesy. Because think, when they pit, Beef Baby's going to be on the harder compound tire, when SingScar's going to be on the softer compound tire, so it's going to be even more difficult for Beef Baby to stay ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be really interesting how that strategy plays out. While we were talking, GK Phantom had a spin on the beginning of sector. He lost a lot of time, so it's been a really tough start for the Renault drivers. P13, P11 currently. On board, Exia has gotten past Pogs. Exia P5, so the Toro Rosso is P4, P5, looking really, really nice here.
On the hard tires as well, as I might add. So, these guys who started on the hards, we weren't really sure how they'd fare in the race, but we're at lap 8, and they are charging up through the field. I feel like Pogs, if he can get a top 5, top 6 today, that'll pretty much feel like a win for him.
Yeah,
or not Pogs, Exia.
These guys.
Either of them.
Pogs is up 6 positions. Slingshot's up 7 positions. So these guys, P4 through P7, have all made huge gains at the start. 7 positions, 11 positions, 6 positions, and 7. So these guys, according to Chaos, know exactly what they need to do to get these points. So Exia having a phenomenal movement after the quality ban.
And these guys are setting in pretty good pace.
Get on board, cheat on with SingScar. DRS is open.
He might have a run into the corner. 2 points back.
No, not close enough.
Just not there. But Cheesy's going to put up a fight. Cheesy is not a driver that will just hand over a position easily. He's almost like the Ryan Newman of BRL of F1 racing for Split 2. He's no slouch.
Oh, Exia's had it off. Exia went off in the first sector. He's down to P8.
Off.
He's spun it completely. Doesn't have a chance to rejoin the track. He's going to lose the position of Mullet Man. Oh, man. Heartbreak for the Toro Rosso. Oh, now those tires are so hot.
Oh, Exia tried to... Ringwraith didn't realize that Exia's car was ghosted, and Ringwraith went off to the track. Wow. Ringwraith just lost a lot of time there.
Exia down to P12.
Wow. And that'll move Pogs up to P5 and Slingshot up to P6. And might I add also, Lightning or not is on the medium or on the hard tire. Might I add.
Well, let's see here. SingScar back on the main straight. Lap 10. DRS is open 4/10. He's gaining quick. Cheesy Train, if I'm you, I'm going to go to the inside to defend that line. Holds the outside. Six car
He'll
dives
dive it
up
up
the inside.
Cheesy does the crossover.
Cheesy the contact.
Cheesy did it. He
Gets
defended
it
well.
done.
He did the crossover. Very smart move.
I'm Cheesy Train. I got to be nervous. Six car's going to be pushing on that straight every single lap he gets a chance to. No damage to the front end of the Ferrari.
Slingshot might have a go here at Pogs. And blue flag
also blue flag as well, right there.
Oh, Slingshot went a little deep. He'll get a good exit, but he definitely lost a bit of corner speed.
Mr. Beef doing all he can to keep the pace high. But 3 seconds ahead of P2. Singscar is really closing in there.
Oh, blue flag might have a look here. He'll dive it up the inside. Slingshot.
Really good exit from Cheesy Train. That's what he needed.
Oh, they made contact! Slingshot and blue flag made contact! Wow. Blue flag absolutely left Slingshot no room there. And Slingshot.
Oh, dives up the inside.
Got the grass.
Singscar gets past him. Singscar dives up the inside. Cheesy Train locks up and has now been passed by the Ferrari.
Cheesy doesn't have anything here. I don't think he does. He's going to have to wait the entirety of the lap to even have a shot, and even at that, he's going to stay within 1 second.
Could be interesting. Big lock up there from Cheesy Train. That's definitely going to hurt those tires very hot on all 4 wheels.
That probably took 2% off the tires.
Currently on lap 11, so 22 laps to go. Only a third of the way through this race. He will get DRS on Singscar. Not enough to do here in this section.
Cheesy just trying to stay within DRS so he can mount another charge on that front straightaway.
Singscar does have Beef Baby in sight now. He can see the Red Bull in front of him. He's really going to be chomping at the bit for him.
And Beef Baby, if he's going to do what I did and take those mediums to about lap 13 and pit for hards, he's going to have to push these final 2 laps before the stint ends and set quality laps pretty much as Beef Baby, or not Beef Baby, Singscar, or not Singscar, Cheesy will get DRS on Singscar here. Revving out here as Ezio, you see him emerging from the pit. Cheesy Train just not closing enough to mount a charge here.
Both these guys managing their ERS extremely well, both in the high 60%, so they're doing a good job managing that. If I'm Beef Baby, I'm really going to want Cheesy Train to start getting in the mix with Singscar, maybe taking some time out of him so he can gain that interval as high as he can.
And Blue Flag has gotten around Pogs, but Blue Flag will have to make another stop. I'm assuming he's going to have to go on another stint on the mediums here shortly.
Got a yellow sector 1, don't know what that was about. On board with Cheesy Train here, uphill right, keeping on the track, DRS open. He's not making it easy for Singscar. He's not going to let him get away that easy.
Now, I'll tell you, Singscar isn't really closing in much on Beef Baby, if not maybe losing a little bit of time. The gap has been hovering around 3.1, 3.2 seconds. I wonder if Singscar had to use up his stuff a little bit trying to get around Cheesy.
Well, he's saving up his ERS now. He's got ERS completely off, going to switch it up into what I would assume would be an overtake here. Gets through the turn, medium ERS. He's currently using mediums, 84% for him. Cheesy Train making the push. Now Singscar up in the overtake mode. Cheesy Train's not going to be close enough. Keeping the pressure on that Ferrari, however.
A little bit of a lockup didn't help him at her. But Beef Baby should be diving into the pits as Rafe has left the session. What's happened to him?
Oh, it looks like he just had a connection issue. His car's still going on track. It didn't retire or do anything. I think I've had connection issues.
And he was having a good race up there in P9 in the points. It would have been the first points of the season for him. Singscar just get out of the DRS from Cheesy. That might help him. Will Cheesy? Yep, Cheesy will just get it back here. just sniffing that DRS here as we go down the back straightaway.
Onward here, SingStar has taken a little bit of time out of Beef Baby now, about 2.8 seconds after making 3.1.
But Beef Baby should be pitting this lap. If he doesn't, then it's a bad call, in my opinion, on his part. Let's see what he does here. He'll dive it into the pits and he'll chuck on the hards. He had about a 3-second gap here. So let's see how good he is in the pits.
That pit wall looked a little close there.
This is one of the toughest pit roads to get on, just because you're going to take so much speed through there. But if you make one wrong mistake, it'll hurt you. As we see, who else in the pits? Cheesy is in the pits. He should, he'll probably be rejoining around, I'd say about 6th place. Beef Baby will rejoin in. Oh, it's going to be close between him and Like Me. Beef Baby will maintain P2. No, he will not. Like Me takes it around the high side.
Oh, I'm not going to like that if I'm Beef Baby.
He's not going to be happy because that's just killing his time right now. He really needs to be ahead of Like Me. You see Beef Baby swerving to the right saying, hey, Like Me, let me get through.
Like Me was a little wide. Oh, he's not holding up too much right now. Like Me or not's actually got some decent pace here, but if I'm Beef Baby, I'm frustrated to get from the also.
And it'll take those hards about a lap or two to get them heated up. That's one of the things that people don't like about using the harder compound tire when doing the one-stop, is it takes several laps to get them heated up. But once they do, they'll start flowing.
Beef Baby's going to need to get past here. This DRS straight is so short, though. Looks up the inside, gives him a little bit of space.
Like he's leaving the room.
But he's got he's the back out. Oh my gosh, Beef Baby's losing so much time right now to the Torosso.
He is. I guarantee he's already lost about a second half at least, and Like Me doesn't have a care in the world, because why not hold him up? This is just, gaining time for himself here.
Looking like Gasly on Albon not being able to make a pass.
And what Beef Baby needs to do here, as soon as he gets around Like Me, is push like heck in the next few laps, because SingStar is probably going to wait about 5 laps or so to pit, and Beef Baby needs to, put in qualifying type laps here to be able to close that gap. The gap's around 18.5 seconds. I think the delta for pit lane here is about 20.5.
Check out his ERS though. Beef Baby's got 4 or 5%. So he used up so much trying to get past Like Me or not. That could be huge in the finale of this race.
Absolutely. And like I said, the delta is about 20.5, 21 seconds for pit road, and SingStar is going to be on fresher mediums for the last 10 of this race. So Beef Baby's got to get those tires heated up, save a little bit of DRS, and push these next few laps. And blue flag,
yeah. He's within a second now. If he keeps that delta, he'll get the DRS on the straight.
But blue flag's going to have to pit again in about 5 laps. To chuck on either another set of mediums, or maybe stretch the set of mediums a little bit, and pit a lap around, maybe around 23, 24 onto the softs. He's going to get DRS right here.
He will have the DRS. He looks a little bit, I think he's too far back to make a move, but he will get a little bit of time there on Cheesy Train.
Slingshot has made his pit stop. He's in P9. Mulletman has made his pit stop. He's in P13.
So our only drivers that haven't made a stop, SingStar, Like Me or Not, and Pogs, all running without a stop currently.
Blue flag continuing to try to
Henchman!
take him out. Henchman! McFace Chase is wrecked! Face Chase has spun it! Right at the same spot Ezio did as well. Mitch is going to try to get around him here. Oh, it's going to be close. Mitch will indeed. But McFace Chase, who was having a career night, bottled it in turn 2. What a heartbreaker for the Renault driver.
From the start, though, man, really, struggling there at the beginning on lap 1. So, not the night the Renaults wanted to have. I mean, he is still P8.
Blue flag. Blue flag had to go around the bollard there or whatever. to avoid getting a penalty. He locked him up deeply heading into the final chicane.
Another yellow sector 1. What's going on there? Oh, Mullet Man spun it in turn 2. Gets it back going.
Right in front of the leaders as well. And now we're starting to see Beat Baby is now starting to close in on SingStar. Like I said, Beat Baby's going to have to put in some pretty good laps here over the next few laps. Because when SingStar starts his final stint, it will be on a softer compound tire.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how that ends up playing out for him. These two guys have been unrelenting all season. They're pushed for one another with SingStar missing last week. He needs to optimize his points all here.
And I know Beat Baby, he's stepped up his practice program throughout the past few weeks. He knows that, you know, especially with SingStar not showing up at Baku last week, that he had a legitimate chance at fighting for the championship now. And I've seen it on social media. I've seen it on, you know, just talking to him. He has stepped up his game. He is a legitimate fight for this title this season.
Looking at SingStar here, he is approaching some of the back markers. Oh, little contact from Eggsy at the back. Eggsy and GK Phantom making contact as Eggsy gets past him on the straight. Eggsy on the soft compound there, so a lot more grip available for him.
Phantom on the hard tires, but they are fresh compared to Etsy's getting a little bit worn now, soft compound tire. At this point, I'm not quite sure what the strategy is. I'm assuming Phantom is going to take this hard to the end, but you know, these drivers right now, Etsy, I think he's going to, you know, just pray he can garnish a point or two after, quite frankly, an abysmal race. Same to Phantom, just not the race they wanted after that turn 1 carnage.
Yellow sector 2. I believe that was
really close.
Like me or not, or Mulletman, like me or not, getting close. Went on board with him, and he was having to avoid it.
That's a tough spot right there to get out of the way if you're a back marker. Mulletman did a good job getting out of the way there. It's just really tight. So I bet it looked a whole lot closer than it actually was. It's just so tough if you're, you know, Mulletman just not having the day he expected. It's just really hard to, you know, get out of the way in a situation like this.
Looking at the delta here, Beat Baby about 17 seconds behind SingStar, so SingStar starting to lose a little bit of pace on those hard compound tires. Tires that he started on and qualified on, so doing a pretty good job currently, I think, holding that pace for tires that are fairly old. But
if I'm Beat Baby, I want to get that delta down to 15, 16 seconds. That way I have at least about a 5-second gap when SingStar comes out of the pits.
On board throughout the rest of the field.
SF1 Road 2's in eventual P9 here. Having a pretty quiet racial McLaren driver. Some of you know him as K Roads on YouTube. He likes to post a bunch of weird mode videos of himself, along with presenting exclusive BRL footage of his live streams he does. If you want to check him out on YouTube, K Road 17. It'd be great to help out one of our drivers. He's having a quiet race, like I said, P9.
SingStar's going into the pits here. SingStar's going to go pit in for some soft compound tires on lap 19 of 33, or about to be lap 20, I believe. Yeah, lap 20.
How far will he come out behind Beat Baby? Beat now just now coming out of the final corner. SingStar has been released from the pits. Beat Baby is starting to cross the line now.
He's now been passed.
Beat Baby, your new leader. And will Cheesy jump SingStar? That would be huge if Cheesy can jump SingStar.
Not quite. It looks like Mr. Beat Baby's only about 3.7 seconds ahead of SingStar. That's not quite the big of an interval as he's going to want, with SingStar being on
about
much softer, fresher tires.
And SingStar is going to take them about a lap and a half here, 2 laps to get those mediums worked in, but the gap is 4 seconds. Beat Baby doing some quick math here. He's got to keep it within about, 2.5 tenths, 3 tenths maximum per lap to continue on with this win. Hogs is in the pit. He's coming out on the medium tires, so he'll be on a tear these next few laps. He's having like I said, another quiet race, but I'm sure he'll definitely take a top 7 here today.
We've got a battle here for P9. Nick Vicitis all over the back of the McLaren. He's going to have the DRS on the straight. Should be closer to pick up the here.
Oh, did you see that? The front wheels went up in there. I'm not sure if that was a glitch on the stream or what, but I saw McFace do a bit of a wheelie there like a supercross bike coming out of that final corner.
Isn't able to get past him, so he's still going to be behind SF. Oh my goodness, Sinks car's already 2.5 seconds behind Beef Baby. He's absolutely going to be catching here within at least almost 2 or 3 laps.
It's going to be so close here. I feel like Beef Baby, he tried his best at the beginning of that race to be able to build as much of a gap, but Sinks car is just on a tear this season. He's already closed in half a second through the first sector. My word.
And he's absolutely flying on those mediums. If I'm Beefy, I'm going to be praying that he makes a mistake.
Absolutely, or uses up his stuff here. But we got a battle for P6 here. Pogs has got the DRS open, got plenty of DRS to burn here. Gonna try to maybe make a crack at Mitch here. No, he will not. But as you see, the gap is now almost within a second. Sinks car surely will have DRS heading to the front straightaway. What a heartbreaker it will be for Beef Baby. It will almost be like the Bristol night race the other day, where the underdog, Matt DiBenedetto, came so close to winning. Will we see the same thing here with Beef Baby, a bit of the underdog this season?
He's within a second here. He's going to have DRS on the main straight. He's going to have to defend for his life. He's close enough, gets a really, really good exit. I think he's going to be close enough to make the move. That's the fastest lap of 20.2, so he's flying. Mr. Beefy was going to have to defend here. Goes to the inside. Sinks car coming up outside on the brakes. Little contact, but they're still clean through there. Oh, Mr. Beefy holds him off.
He defended well.
Now, that's not what you want if you're Beef Baby, though.
Now, can you do that 11 more laps? That's the question.
He's really going to need Sinks car.
They're going to be tough because those mediums, they're going to take a while to wear out. Them hards, they won't wear hardly at all. But it'll take a few laps for those mediums to wear, and that's just going to be the struggle Beef Baby's going to have to deal with here.
A little bit wide, little scrub there from the Sinks car. Lost some time there. He was very, very close approaching that DRS straight away. Late on the brakes, getting a ton of time on the confidence. Yellow sector 1. It's Mitch has spun in P7. He spun turn 2. Not taking out drivers, but really ruining their races. So he's going to have extremely warm tires in the rear.
Sinks car had a peak on Beef Baby, but he gave the spot back. I just noticed it on the screen. Did Sinks car maybe have a bit of a cheeky move there and didn't feel like it was respectable? So he gave the spot back, but he's going to have another crack and head down the straightaway. They're both super low on the air rest, but I think Sinks car is too far back here.
Yellow sector 1, what's going on here? Oh, it's the Renault GK Phantom. Gets out of the way for the leaders, my goodness.
Ran him in the wall. Ran him in the wall.
That turn has just been rough for those Renault drivers, my goodness.
Man. And he's retired.
Not the race that he wanted to have from P6 on the grid. Retires now at the back of the P14. Super, super unfortunate for Phantom.
And you see it with Sinks car. He's trying to save up his battery as much as he can. If I'm Beef Baby here, I am putting that stuff on low for the entirety of this race until we get to sector 3. Then I'm chucking it down to none just so I can save as much ERS as possible.
Then we're looking on board with him here. Sinks car's all over the back of the Red Bull. He is eyeing him down. A little bit wide from Beef Baby, holding it nice and tight for the Ferrari. He's going to be extremely close to the DRS straight, I think, unless Beef Baby pulls off an absolute masterclass in defending. He's going to get past here.
And Beef Baby's only at about 25% ERS. Sinks car has 50%, so a ton more.
Yeah,
Beef Baby's going to have to defend for his life. Oh, there's got real tight. Sinks car got in the grass a little bit.
Oh, there's a car coming up the pit.
Traffic.
Oh, he's got to deal with Mitch. Oh, Beef Baby's going to take advantage.
Tires, so he is not going to want to get the lap up. This could be helpful to Beef Baby by enormous margins. because Mitch is on those faster tires.
That just really threw a wrench into the plans for SingScar. Had the move made, he does get out of the way, holds him up just a little bit after the blue flag. So good job not ignoring those blue flags from him. Never easy to give him a position. But Beefy about 4/10 behind SingScar. He's got to hold it nice and tight. Oh, and the gravel just a little bit for Beefy. Not what it needs to have happen.
Can he stay within DRS as he gets a little bit of oversteer? That is not, he sees the race win as we got more lappers up ahead here. That might throw a pinch into things, but Beef Baby is just trying to stay within DRS range here.
Yeah, that's his only chance at this point. He has to stay close and hope that SingScar's tires start to wear down. But SingScar actually here might get DRS off the back of Ring Wraith. Not quite close though. Beef Baby will indeed get the DRS.
And the problem is here, SingScar has some ERS he can burn to help counteract the effects of DRS. Beef Baby has none. So we saw the gap there close to about half a second. That's not nearly enough to be able to maintain staying within that gap there.
Yeah, Beef Baby's definitely being hard on his ERS right now. Almost every time I've checked in on him, he's been at around 10% or less almost. So he's really struggling to manage that one.
Some more lap traffic here is SF1 roads. And it's going to be really tough. SF1 roads does the right thing. He gets out of the way. That's a very good spot to get out of the way, because if you would have waited up through here, it would have been extremely more difficult.
Oh, BRO Blue Flag spun in at turn 1. Heat went off, so he's now P5. Man, that
turn 1 is just calamity corner.
Oh, he spins again. Those rear tires too hot. P5 like he's in the middle of the track like Grosjean. Oh, those rear tires are going to be dead.
Hobbs is going to get by.
Those rear tires means he's got no traction. 125 degrees Celsius on those rears. He's going to have to be so careful the rest of this lap. Right there, he spins it around. No grip on the rears. Oh, no.
Maybe just going to get DRS. He almost spun it coming out of that last corner. Oh, blue flag still spinning.
He's got, once those rear tires overheat, you can't do anything. You get no throttle control.
Wing shot.
But, oh, man.
Really going to pass him here.
But all the while, Beef Baby's gas about 5/10.
He's staying within that second gap, but he is having to push like crazy. And all Beef Baby is hoping for is that.
Let's hop on board here with Cheesy Train. DRS on Like Me or Not, P3 at the moment. So a phenomenal result from him. But we got lap traffic coming out of the pit lane. Cheesy Train's coming up with the DRS. Going to be quick, goes up the inside, gets hard on the brakes, much later on the brakes on the soft compound tires. He's in the P3, back to P4. Oh man, phenomenal move from Toro Rosso, my goodness.
I tell you, Cheesy probably did it because he knew he could probably stay around P3 and maybe going for fastest lap, but it's going to be very difficult if Lightman keeps pulling moves like that.
That was phenomenal. That was probably one of the best moves I've seen all season, split 1 or 2. That was an excellent move from the Toro Rosso there.
That was
really
a very
good stuff.
Calculated move. That was a very calculated move. That's something you'd expect out of Lightning. He's a very methodical driver. He won't go for a move unless it suits him, and he understood, okay, I'll back out of it a little bit here, and then we'll get the run. Oh, he's almost made contact! Cheesy going to dive it up the inside. He'll take a peek. Nothing there. Let's go back to the front straightaway. Beef Baby has DRS. Once again, the gap closing 5 car lengths, 4 car lengths, 3 car lengths into the braking zone. He is not letting this win slip away. He is maintaining DRS.
Oh, Mr. Beaty's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That just may have taken the win away.
Tell you what, SingScar got a bad run through that section of corners. Beef Baby might have a crack at him here heading on the front straightaway if he can stay within about 5 or 6 tenths.
Here
but
goes
he's got to
Cheesy Train
save
on
up
Like
that
Me or
DRS.
Not. Get past the P3. We're going to see what happens on the brakes. Laid on the brakes for the Alpha. He will make the move stick this time.
Covered it. Cheesy covered it. He couldn't do anything on Lightning.
Yeah, Cheesy Train's going to get the move done. P3 for the Alpha driver. 9/10 behind for Beef in the ERS on the straight. Definitely helping him out there. Low on the ERS as he has been. If I'm him, I've got to be turning off.
That ERS.
He needs to be low through these last couple of sectors. Things are a little bit wide through there, kind of scrubbing off a little speed as he did earlier in the race.
He does. And one thing I've noticed, SingScar has had to use a little bit of his ERS to try to defend. He knows that You know, with DRS, B-Baby's been close. Oh, B-Baby got a bad run through there. He is super lucky he still even has DRS, but the gap is going to be not nearly as close and down into turn 1.
Yeah, that's not what needed to happen right there. He's going to need to make all the time possible, especially now with a 3-second time penalty. SingScar, I think SingScar has all.
Beat Baby just in fight mode, just to be able to make sure he the only lifeline he has right now is staying within DRS.
Oh, I do. After reviewing the incidents, I don't think there's any way, unless SingScar crashes out, Beat Baby receives 2 3-second time penalties, so he's got 6 seconds in penalties. While SingScar has absolutely no warnings. I think SingScar, if he doesn't make a huge mistake, he's got this one in the bag.
Beat Baby is unfortunately seeing his race hopes and possibly, dare I say, championship hopes driving away from him.
However, I'm going to be really curious to see that first lap from SingScar. The first lap pileup into turns 1 and 2 was almost initiated by the Ferrari. I'm going to be really interested to see some of that footage back, see if any drivers claim an incident report on SingScar. Could have some post-race controversy here, but we'll see. If it means the first lap incident, always a little more leniency available there, but we'll have to review that. GT Train setting a comfortable P3, Clogs P5, like me or not, P4. All the way, both those guys advancing 7 positions from the start, so really, really good stuff from them.
Slingshot up into P7. He's had a phenomenal race. That's going to be back-to-back podiums. Or not podiums, points for him this season.
Yeah,
That's,
really good stuff.
Pretty good for the Mercedes driver.
Starting P14 on the grid up to P7. Anytime you're outside the points, you can finish and snag a couple of points for yourself and your team. It's always a victory, especially in the midfield where it gets extremely tight.
Absolutely. That's a
Beat Baby now watching SingScar drive off into the distance. I mean, absolutely insane strategy from SingScar though.
It's got to be so heartbreaking to see, see him just slowly getting away and knowing there's nothing he can do. It's not by a lack of ability, it's just the tires have nothing in them. There's just nothing you can do.
Really, really tough situation for Beat Baby there. SingScar, I do believe, has the fastest lap. Check here, hard to say. Yes, he does. SingScar's got the fastest lap. He set with a 1:21.286 on mediums. So he's currently looking at a 26-point hole, which, after missing a race last week, is the exact statement he needed to make.
I'll tell you what I'll do if I'm Beat Baby, knowing that Cheesy's 27 seconds behind me, and knowing that I have virtually no shot at winning this race. Coming in a lap or two, chuck on a set of softs and go for fastest lap.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid idea.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's looking like P2. However, it's a 20 seconds to make the pit stop. Cheesy's on softs, and Cheesy's, I don't know how many. Let's check and see here the data. Cheesy Train's already put in 5 laps in the soft, so they're not going to be super fast. We got a yellow sector 2. What's going on here? Oh, it's Facetas P8 spun it on the uphill right.
Stays.
He's going to get past
Mitch might get around him here.
I don't believe so. Just a little bit too far back. Those tires are going to be very
worth 4 points right here. And this is right behind our leaders as well. I wonder if our leaders will catch Slingshot here. Yeah, it looks like they'll catch Slingshot.
Oh, B-Baby's taking your advice. He's going to go into the pits.
Smart move. Smart move. It's all about, reducing the damage here.
It'll be interesting to see. I think Cheesy Train's not going to have too much pace on those tires because they're already, like I said, 5 laps old. But
the delta's
around.
Yeah, the delta's around 20.5 seconds for a pit stop. Around here, so he's going to be nowhere close. Yeah, Cheesy just now coming out of the final corner and Beef Baby coming out of the pits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll make that work for him. See what the gap is now down to. Oh yeah, he's got plenty of time on him.
And I tell you, it'd be a risky move here, but SingScar could pit this lap, seeing that the gap is 23 seconds to second. Excuse me. and try to go for fastest lap and counteract it.
Sorry.
No, knowing SingStar, that would be something he could do.
What's interesting to me now here too, though, is that we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lap runners. This race is going to end pretty soon here as just 6 cars putting on a masterclass in pace.
Let's see what SingStar does. Yep, he's just going to take the easy road home and bring it in.
Lap 32, 2 laps remaining here.
Let's see if, in fact, Beef Baby can get the fastest lap. As we close in on the final couple laps here, Adam, who do you got to give driver of the day to?
Looking at just everything, we do have a yellow section 3. Sorry. Oh no! That's Cheesy Tree!
Cheesy!
Like me or not in the P3!
Lightning on the podium! No, Cheesy, no!
Well, I think with that, I'm going to have to give driver of the day to Like Me or Not. If he can hold this out, starting from P11 to P8, P11, moving up 8 positions to P3, onto the podium in the Taros, so it's just absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to have to give my driver of the day to Like Me or Not.
I'm going to disagree with you, Adam. I've got to
Really?
give driver of the day to Pogs. He has driven Pogs isn't one of those guys you normally expect to be up there in the top 5, but he's driven a consistent race. He's drove well. He's kept his nose clean, and he's worked the one stop beautifully to his favor. If he can maintain what he has right now to a top 5, which is a great run for the Haas team, considering they don't have a lot of constructors points currently in the season.
Honestly, I mean, it's kind of a toss. You can give it to almost any of these guys. We've got so much talent here in Split 2, and it's really awesome to see. I think a lot of these guys, some people are going to have a rough go of it. The Renault, like I've kind of said all race, got to really feel for them after qualifying so well. But you could give the driver the day almost. I think this car is driven absolutely phenomenal on an alternate strategy, as B-Baby does steal away fastest lap with a 1:19.9, so he will at least get 1 point off from SingScar. SingScar is looking like he's going to win this race here coming up towards the end of Sector 1.
And that's really SingScar is going to just add to his points advantage of the way they run right now. The points live, SingScar is going to be up 19 points after this race.
I don't know about you, but my top 3 in my leaderboards on my left are freaking out, so that's cool.
Mine are still fine. SingScar about to enter Sector 3. Don't forget to stay tuned for the live interviews. Yes, they are back after took an abrupt break from them after the interview. Mitch is retired!
Wow. No, that means Exia is going to get P9. Exia, starting from the very back of the grid.
Mullet Man's going to get points. With Ring Rafe retired, Mullet Man's going to get points.
We do cross the line. SingScar is your winner here in Catalunya with a fantastic race driven for him. Started P4 on those hard compounded tires. What a race from him. Extremely, extremely good drive after missing Azerbaijan last week. Coming out, making a statement. Beef Baby, starting on pole, is going to finish P2 with fastest lap. Consolation prize there. The rest of the grid finishing up. Facetas P7, Slingshot P8. Exia P9. Good for him. Well, Slingshot and Exia both starting well outside the points.
See if there are penalties. Pogs is going to wind up getting P4 here. Wow. What a drive for the Haas driver. Blue Flag is going to rebound to P6. You see McFace takes a good rebound for the Renault driver P7. Slingshot another good points haul in P8. Etsy P9. And Rafe, since he disconnected, Mullet Man, I believe, is going to get his first points of the season. Good job for the Red Bull driver.
Like me or not, crossing the line P3 a little while ago. Cheesy train coming across.
Pogs.
Oh my gosh. Frustrating for Cheesy. But Pogs gets
Absolutely.
P4, Cheesy P5. I mean, also, shoot, you can give driver of the day to Pogs as well now. I mean, that was your choice, but up 8 positions for 2 of our drivers, P3, P4. Absolutely phenomenal race here in Spain. So much better than the actual race. But a lot of fun with that one.
And in a moment here, we'll get the top 3 runners in here for podium interviews. Just one question per each driver, but you see the top of the board there. SingScar is your winner, coming in second at Beef Baby, third Lightning. A double No, I thought they were both Toro Rossos. Mixed bag there. You got the Ferrari up there, Toro Rosso in second, or not sorry, the Beef Baby in second, and the Red Bull second. Third, Toro Rosso. The constructors' battle has just been absolutely mixed up this season. And I think we'll continue to see that.
So another really, really good win from SingScar. Maybe like we said, P2, and like it or not, starting from 11th. Pollock starting from 12th, finishing a respective P3, P4. Really, really nice stuff from them.
All right, let's get these drivers in here. Not shown on here, Methods will unfortunately get a DNF for P17. For some reason he had trouble at the beginning of the race and had technical difficulties there. But let's get our top three in here. Make sure SingScar is on my friends list, actually. I don't even think he is.
I don't believe
He's showing offline.
Either.
He's on mine, it's just showing offline. But let's get him in here. Let's get Like Me in here. And Beef Baby in here. Alright, let's get our podium finishers in here. Beef Baby, who finished P2. Like Me in P3. Just waiting on SingScar if he can be ever so kind for our winner to get in here for podium interviews. Make sure everybody check mark the bots at the top of your party screen. Let's not have any issues with people not having their mic included. We're very happy to have interviews back, and we want all of y'all to be heard. So just waiting on SingScar. There he is, our race winner, SingScar. Make sure you got your check mark bots screen up there at the top. Is it check marks the bots?
Got it.
All right, so our winner for today, SingScar. Man, we knew you were going to be on the alternate strategy there, doing the one-stop hards to mediums, but what a drive there, man. What a win. This has got to be a big confidence booster heading into the rest of the season. You extended on your points gap. Just tell me about the race today, man. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Well, it is what it is. Got a horrible start, but I'm guessing that's because of the hards. But once they sort of dialed in, I got back in there. Helped me get to first place once I put those mediums on.
Absolutely phenomenal drive, but a little bit of heartbreak too for their second place driver, Beef Baby. You're at the receiving end of this story tale book. You were able to get fastest lap there to minimize the damage, but I told Adam it just had to feel like a knife going through your chest 100 times, seeing SingScar slowly get away with you having absolutely nothing to do. You couldn't do anything.
Jesus.
No, I mean, we knew he was faster coming into this, so I just gave what I could.
And just to make sure, do you think the tires made a role at all? Because definitely you were on the harder tire, and your tires were a little bit worn. That's why I said it must have been heartbreaking for you to see him just slowly get away. Because with the amount of DRS you had there, it really wasn't much. You were just hanging on to DRS there. Do you think if you could have stayed within a second, you could have had a shot at him, or did that penalty just nail the coffin for you?
No, well, I mean, I didn't manage ERS well, so I was kind of just using up everything in the DRS zones to try to stay up with him for as long as I could, but that was eventually going to run out. He's extremely fast. I can't do anything about that except practice, so this one's on me. And, we pretty much had a similar strategy except flip-flopped, so I mean, he had the late race unlock. All I could do was really hold on.
Absolutely. But moving on to our third place finisher, Like Me. At the beginning of the race, if you would have told me Like Me would have finished on the podium, I would have told you you're stupid. But Like Me coming home with a podium. You're able to get
What's
past
up with you
Caesar
today?
there, and get up into third place. Well done, mate. How'd you get up there?
It was a head down kind of drive. Starting in P11, wasn't happy with qualifying, but sometimes the race will just come to you, and I stuck with the one stop, and knew when Cheesy went onto Sauce for the fastest lap that I was going to have a shot at P3, just either when it came to tire wear or a mistake. And tough luck to him, but hey, I got it. P3 from a P11 start. You got to be happy. Another good result for the year.
Absolutely. It'll even move you farther up in the points. So a mistake for Cheesy gifted you a podium. But congratulations to all of our podium finishers and our winner today, SyncScar. We're absolutely phenomenal to have interviews back. We're glad to have them. Be sure to check out our affiliates if you haven't. Vertigear for the best, back support type chairs, or whether it be for gaming, sim racing, whatever it may be. Into the AM, bringing the best design shirt, caps, hoodies. I personally love them. They're best designed since sliced bread. You got Rogue Energy out there if you're a gamer like myself who loves to have a cool, refreshing drink afterwards. Rogue Energy will keep you up tip top. And Gamer Grindco, if you're a guy like me who's not a big coffee drinker, Gamer Grindco is just the cup of coffee you need to keep you going and give you a good, refreshing taste. So be sure to check out all of our affiliates, and without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this awesome coverage like we're able to today. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you all next